On the news tonight, Ondo State Government partners Nigeria Data Protection Commission to empower youths in Ondo State. Governor Ayedatiwa vows to provide enabling environment to combat illegal migrants in Ondo State. Federal Road Safety Corps puts measures in place to prosecute traffic offenders during Easter. And from the foreign scene, 5 persons died in German auto crash. Good evening and welcome to the news. I am Remy Allen. Governor Lucky Ayedatiwa says collaboration between the State Command of the Nigeria Immigration and Ondo State Government is key to ridding the state of illegal migrants. Ayedatiwa, who received in audience the new leadership of the State Command of the service in Akure, promised to provide enabling environment for its operations towards curbing crimes associated with illegal migration. The governor was honored by the command with an award of excellence for promoting impactful governance in the state. Government House correspondent Wahab Bankole completes the story.
The new leadership of Ondo State Command of the Nigeria Immigration Service was led to the governor's office in Akure by its new comptroller, Grace Adeoye, to meet minds with Governor Lucky Ayedatiwa on how to further advance the state's development. Adeoye, who commiserated with the governor over the demise of former governor Oluwarotimi Akeredolu, appreciated Ayedatiwa for the state's interventions in the command. She highlights the roles of the command in societal development aside the issuance and production of traveling passports.
We are also looking into smuggling of migrants, and we have that department with us. Formerly, it was anti-human trafficking that deals with human child labor and the like. But now it has extended more than that one. And that is why we call it smuggling of migrants. If any such case is brought to us, we know how we handle the case. And I have my officers at the local government areas where they can identify the foreigners in our midst.
The comptroller also listed some of the challenges facing the command, including operational vehicles and absence of functional power generating set. Governor Lucky Ayedatiwa welcomed the new comptroller to the Sunshine State and appreciated the service being rendered by the command, especially efforts to curb activities of illegal immigrants.
I don't know the records of how many of such persons we've been able to identify in our local governments and various local governments where we have the largest number of such cases. Sometimes it's good for us to have it as a government so that we can also be very, very alert, because the primary function of any government is the security and welfare of the people. So if we know some of these things, if we have the data from time to time, the office can furnish us with it, it will help us with it, so that the Attorney General office can always look at that, because that is illegal immigrants, illegal migration. Because sometimes when crimes are committed by some of these people, it's very hard to track such people. But if we have records, then we know how to also tackle some of them.
The governor recalled the past efforts of government to make the command more efficient and effective, especially the donation of the land where the new office complex is built. He reassured of his administration's readiness to assist the command to solve some challenges facing it, while restating his passion to make the state more conducive for residents. The event also featured the presentation of awards of excellence to the governor. Wahab Bankole Osrc News.
In line with his administration's agenda to tackle youth unemployment, Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa has initiated a partnership with Nigeria Data Protection Commission (NDPC) to train youths of the state as data protection officers. The governor, who was represented by his deputy, Olaide Adelami, at the NDPC headquarters in Abuja, said Ondo State government has designed various job creation tools to enable it stabilize the economy and deliver good governance to the people of the state. Adelami said his visit to NDPC was to establish a partnership that will enable the training of thousands of young graduates in Ondo State as data protection officers, realizing the enormous opportunity in this field. He commended the management and staff of NDPC, led by its National Commissioner, Vincent Olatunji, for their relentless efforts and commitment to information privacy, which he said is in line with the renewed hope agenda of President Bola Tinubu. The All Progressives Congress (APC) has set up a 9-member committee headed by his Deputy National Chairman, South, Emma Eneku, to conduct the governorship primary election in Ondo State. According to the National Publicity Secretary, Felix Moka, other members of the commission include Festus Funta, Victor Gaidom, Professor Abdulkarim Kana, Sulaiman Argungu, Dr. Mary Idele, Duro Tolu Bankole, Nze Duru, and himself. Also, the party has amended its schedule of activities and timetable for the 2024 governorship poll in the state. The party primary election would be held on Saturday, 20th April 2024, as against April 25 earlier announced by the party. Sale of nomination and expression of interest forms, as well as delegate forms, commenced today, March 27, and ends next month. Screening of aspirants would be held between 11th and 12th April, while Delegate Congress has been scheduled to hold on Monday, the 15th. Rampant dissemination of false narratives and intentionally misleading the public have sparked deep-seated mistrust among Nigerian leaders, posing a significant threat to the nation's societal cohesion. This assertion, validated by media professionals, underscores the urgent need for corrective action. Omoriola Ugbeji takes a look at the preponderance of misinformation in the public domain and the imminent danger if left unchecked.
These are few among confirmed numerous fake news trending on social media and have become a method to stir up and intensify social conflict. This development, also referred to as misinformation to the general public, became rampant recently following the advent of social media, especially in African countries, where everyone with access to mobile phones has turned to content writer, influencer, and blogger. However, some professional journalists who know full well their services do their findings and present the right information for public consumption.
So, this is also one of the Facebook links announcing grants.
Deputy Director, Center for Journalism, Innovation and Development, Mboho Eno, while speaking to OSRC in Akure, highlighted some dangers caused by misinformation, noting that citizens rely solely on trained journalists for credible information.
Information you're putting out as a journalist needs to be accurate, needs to be scrutinized to avoid you contributing to the pandemic of misinformation and malinformation. So it's critical to give accurate information, and that's why you also need to check, fact check, double check every information you're about to put out.
Silas Jonathan, a digital investigation manager, stressed the need for fact checking any given information.
It can make people take wrong decisions
We see during Ebola and COVID-19 how people took salt and water hoping it would cure them. It didn't at the end of the day. Mostly because someone said it will, but it didn't. Even during COVID, we saw different cures. People were purporting that it's gonna cure COVID-19, but it didn't. So we need to fact check so we can help people make informed decisions.
Program Officer, Dubawa, and Center for Journalism Innovation and Development, Nigeria, Temilade Onilede suggested some methods to adopt by journalists in reporting credible information.
As journalists, we should put verification as part of our day-to-day activities. When you get a piece of information, as journalists should critically analyze that piece of information to be sure, okay, is this accurate? How true is this? Is this a fact? When did this news or when did this information come out of the internet? So it's just something you should take as a part of your lifestyle.
They charged journalists on proper verification and scrutiny of any given information, especially as the 2024 governorship elections processes continue in Ondo State.
Being a journalist, if you are out with information that are accurate, it earns you more respect as an individual. Also, your media organization, people definitely believe, that whatever that is coming out of a medium or media organization is actually the truth, and it goes a long way to make the media credible.
No doubt, society is being faced with the proliferation of misinformation and false narratives, causing more harms to the unity of the nation. It is hopeful that collectively, stakeholders in the information and communication sector will take a decisive action through fact-checking, responsible reporting, and promoting media and digital literacy in strengthening the country's democracy. Omoriola Humbiji, Osrc News.
You're watching Osrc News at 7. We'll now take a break for some commercials. Do stay with us.
At 330 pounds, let's give it up for Calvin Power! And the defending champion, weighing at 190 pounds. Let's give it up for
Courage is not the absence of fear, but the willingness to confront it head-on. Through persistence, we discover the power within us to overcome any challenge. This year, be determined to join the League of Homeowners and take advantage of the add-on homes property listings as we journey with you to overcome looming challenges with our flexible payment plans and affordable product offerings. Stand your ground. Become a homeowner today. Subscribe to Add-on Homes.
Building cities, communities, and homes.
Hey, this kilo, báwo la ti fẹ́ sanwó mi?
Farabalẹ̀.
1,000. We go wash plate tire o.
Farabalẹ̀ now.
Madam, èló lówó wa?
Brother, na 3,005.
Màá fún yín ní owó pé káàdì Glo ẹlẹ́gbẹ̀rún 10,000.
Ó yá.
Bring your phone.
Ha! 10,000.
1,000 naira credit. Now you dey turn to 10,000.
No. All of us don't know about Glo Berekete. Ní ìlọ́po mẹ́wàá nísìnyí.
Ṣé o ti gbọ́? Ìlọ́po mẹ́wàá ló máa gbà lórí iyekíye tó o bá rà sórí ohun ìpè Glo Berekete 10 times rẹ.
I told you. Na wa go tell.
Hello, my bro. Man, the rain is so heavy here. And there's so much traffic. I think we should go spawn, huh?
Not a chance. Aisha.
We don't quit, guys. I'll be there.
Done.
Two files received.
I'm on my way. Take first right in 50 meters and you're there.
Copy that. Aisha, where are you?
Guess where?
2 minutes. 2 minutes. Move. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Runway X.
The future of fashion showcasing.
Very impressive. How did you pull that off?
With Nigeria's top tech talents, and Glow.
Power your relentless ambition with ultra-high-speed data. Glow with pride.
Many thanks for rejoining us. For more news updates, you can watch us live on our website www.osrc.ng or follow us on Facebook at OSRC TV, and on YouTube you can subscribe to our channel OSRC TV Ondo. Moving ahead, Staff Cooperative Multipurpose Society of Orange 94.5 FM Akure has elected new officers to pilot the affairs of the union for the next 1 year. During its annual general meeting held at the headquarters of OSRC Media Group, Bola Asekunwo was retained president, while Igbekele Ologun maintained his position as vice president. After a rerun for the position of secretary of the society, Mrs. Modupe Akinyoku was elected, having garnered the highest votes. Gbenga Oluwajana, who witnessed the ceremony, reports that other members of the ESCO include Wumi Ayenigbara as financial secretary, while Oluwafisayo Ogunmakinwa was retained the society's treasurer.
That I be honest, committed, loyal.
Administering the oath of office on them, the State Director of Cooperative, represented by his assistant, Mr. David Omotenche, said the executives should see themselves as servants and be accountable.
Cooperative all over the world, they are established in order to improve the living standard of the members. And we can see that all our members, in one way or the other, have benefited from the cooperative.
On his part, Chairman OSRC Media Group, Kunle Adebayo, represented by Orange FM Director of Finance and Administration, Richard Odofin, tasked cooperators on the attitude of saving. Cooperators, including Adeniyi Christopher and Abimbola Akinade, while expressing confidence in the cooperative's leadership, tasked them to be honest in piloting the affairs of the association.
It's not easy to start something and to expect it. Some may feel it will not last long, but with the harmony, understanding, the kind of executives we have, which we must also sustain, has really helped us so much.
Responding on behalf of the newly elected executives, the President, Bola Asekunwo, called for cooperation among members and pledged to take the cooperative to the next level.
I want to appreciate the management of Ondo State Media Group under the leadership of Mr. Kunle Adebayo for giving us the enabling environment to operate. I would like to use this opportunity to encourage all amiable members to please increase our savings so as to improve on our performances.
I also want to congratulate the new and the re-elected ESCO members. I want to charge them to do more, to do well in this their tax, and people have been appreciating them for being transparent.
Seeing what the S official has done and how people have laud praises on them, the new executive should to emulate from the previous one, so that they should do better. They should do better in terms of discharging their duties.
High points of the event including the presentation of gifts to cooperators. Gbenga Oluwajana, OSRC News.
The Naira exchanged for as high as 1,900 Naira to the dollar in February this year. The shock from the free fall of the currency led to soaring inflation across all sectors of the country's economy. The situation flipped positively as the Naira appreciated against the dollar, hovering between 1,400 Naira and 1,250 Naira yesterday. In this report, Tolulope Oyebode probes into the implications of the Naira gain on skyrocketing cost of commodities and services.
In January 2024, the hues and cries were loud in the open market. Prices of goods and services were skyrocketing.
See now, I'm buying carrot and cucumber. The carrot I used to buy 15 naira. It's now 200. The onion that I used to buy 200 is now 500. So things are so costly.
To carry 5,000 at the market, only fish, we are not finish. Before I use 1,000 they cook soup. My husband would like them. Now 5,000 naira, you go play say I do one for inside market. If I don't have what I go do, but I do more.
This soaring inflation was largely hinged on foreign exchange rates. For months now, the value of the naira had taken a hit, exchanging at an all-time low of 1,900 naira to a dollar in February. These economic watchers ascribed to the CBN liberalization of exchange rates following the aggressive monetary policy tightening adopted by the current leadership of the CBN. The currency has gradually appreciated, hovering between 1,405 naira and 1,250 naira.
Crate of egg before 1,800, 1,005. Presently now is now 4,000 naira. So it's too high for everybody. We heard that the dollar has dropped already, but still everything is increasing every day by day.
tó bá ra ráìsì lé ní 80,000 tó bá dọ̀là wọ́n lè sọ pé 85 90,000 ni ẹ wọ pálí ẹja ìbáyìí ẹlòmíì bẹ ẹyọ kan tó ń tà lójoojúmọ́ kò lè ta odidi ọjọ́ mẹ́ta wọ́n máa ta pálí kan at least wọ́n ti ta pálí ẹja ní 90,000.
The situation in the open market remains the same, notwithstanding Naira's appreciable gain against the US dollars.
When you have appreciated Naira, the effect of that will also be a number of weeks, especially when the prices of these things are supposed to be coming down, just like I observed earlier. Find out that before the man who is going to import the thing, before he places his order, before the goods come, before they are cleared and they enter into the market, you know it's a number of weeks also. So appreciation of the Naira today does not automatically translate to cheaper purchases, because it will take a process of time before those cheaper goods, in quotes, come into the shores of Nigeria and enter into the market.
When something is 29 and falls down to 17 naira, do you say it is significant? So, but I know if government can, there are some other areas that government can help to pushing the effects of this high cost of food by giving people palliatives, which government has been doing, by even helping farmers with loans and other tools, farming tools and equipment that they can use to farm.
Though Nigerians may have to wait a little longer before the impact of Naira strength can be felt on prices of commodities, there are fears that other variables may hinder price stability, particularly sharp practices in the Nigerian market.
How should dollar affect man that sell garri in the market? What concerns her with dollar? Sure. Why shouldn't her have problem? When the diesel that was sold 2 years ago for 280 naira per liter is now selling for 1,750. How do you want the garri to be the same price? And how do you want it to come down? The cost of production must first of all what? Come down. And this, the only way it can come down is to let the government also take pragmatic step to make sure that the cost of all these things make the road to the farm, make people to stay there, make it safe for people to stay.
Yes, you might have a few that do sharp practices, but I'm saying that the cost of things generally is high and it's affecting every player in the value chain. Whilst the farmer is not getting what is commensurate because he can't afford to sell at that high price, the person who is aggregating, so to say, dictates the price to the average farmer. But we on our part, we definitely tell our people, we say we encourage them that greed in the long run does not pay. Apart from the fact that you have fewer cycles of turnover, there's a way that you get rewarded. For those who believe in God, that's whatever you sow, you definitely would reap.
Before we used to have a price control monitoring body. The government can do this by going in and to ensure that prices of goods are not, or services are not inflated. Government can do this, and the government has been doing this. I think I heard over the news that the committee unit has been put in place to make sure that these prices of goods are being monitored, so that the market now will not say because it's buying fuel at a high cost and go and inflate maybe a commodity that's supposed to be sold for 5 naira and go and sell it for 10 naira. So we can only appeal to their minds. So we are trying to appeal to the minds of people that let us beat down these prices.
Regardless of the naira regaining strength, the aggregate of opinions from stakeholders in the production value chain is that efforts must be placed on cutting down the cost of production if the prices of goods and services must crash. They also opined that Nigerians must embrace made-in-Nigeria goods for the naira to gain more strength, thus pushing down prices of goods. Tolulope Oyebode, Osrc News.
Federal Road Safety Corps has set up no fewer than 200 mobile courts to prosecute traffic offenders during the Easter Special Patrol operations across the country. According to the Corps Public Education Officer, Jonas Ago, the mobile courts were set up towards ensuring a safe and smooth 2024 Easter celebration. Ago quoted the Corps Marshal, Daudu Biu, as urging the commanding officers to ensure full deployment of staff for maximum visibility. She called on them to ensure prompt removal of obstructions on all highways across the country. Ago assured that the Corps would carry out aggressive enforcement, including conducting over 200 mobile courts operations with the aim of checking various offenses. At least 5 people have been killed when a bus traveling from Berlin to Switzerland veered off a highway in eastern Germany and ended up on its side. Several others were injured in the incident near Leipzig. It is not immediately clear why the bus went off the road. 53 passengers and 2 drivers were on board when the accident occurred. And now to sports. The Eagles of Mali have beaten Super Eagles of Nigeria 2-0 in a friendly international in Marrakesh, Morocco. Bila Touare gave Mali the lead in the 18th minute as a result of a blunder. Moses Simon was stretched off the pitch after colliding with the Malian goalkeeper in the 29th minute. Kamore Damboa sealed victory for the Malians with an 84th minute strike to beat Stanley Nwabali. It was interim coach George Finidis' first loss at the helm of affairs following the expiration of Jose Pesero's contract. And that's the news at 7, but before we go, here is another look at the top stories. Ondo State Government has initiated partnership with Nigerian Data Protection Commission to train youth of the state as data protection officers. We also told you that Gavdan Lucky Ayedatiwa has hailed the collaboration between Ondo State and Nigeria Immigration Services to stave off illegal immigrants from the state. Also in the news tonight, no fewer than 200 mobile courts have been set up to prosecute traffic offenders during the Easter celebration. And from the foreign scene, 5 passengers have been killed in Germany when a bus veered off the road near the town of Leipzig. And that's the news. Many thanks for watching. Good evening.